Spanish is an old language that becomes richer and more beautiful with time. History has undoubtedly shown its part and influence in molding cultures, lives, and legacies all over the world. We have for centuries become witness to a world that boasts diversity, and yet within that world you will find uniqueness in every sense of the word.
Hola, ¿cómo está? Mi nombre es Lupe Mercado. Thank you for taking the interest in learning about our beautiful language, el Español.
As in most languages, the Spanish language and the cultures of the people who speak it around the world are intertwined. If you learn one, you come closer to understanding the other. There are 21 countries around the globe that use Spanish as its primary language. These are Argentina, Bolivia, Chile, Colombia, Costa Rica, Cuba, the Dominican Republic, Ecuador, El Salvador, Equatorial Guinea, Guatemala, Honduras, Mexico, Nicaragua, Panama, Paraguay, Peru, Puerto Rico, Spain, Uruguay, and Venezuela. 7 more use Spanish as a secondary language. These are Andorra, Belize, France, Gibraltar, the Philippines, Trinidad and Tobago, and the United States of America. In the European Union, you will also meet countless Spanish speakers. Native speakers will tell you that the components of the Spanish language vary by region and culture. It comes in different types or variations, but for the most part, contains a generous common ground that allows Westerners and people across seas to learn it. Given the huge population in the U.S. alone that has found more usability in knowing even a little Spanish for use in day-to-day living, what is presented here, therefore, can be called the Spanish of the Americas. Our approach of the Spanish language was founded on a desire to get any person, young or old, who wants to learn it well beyond and outside the box of learning. The Learn Spanish DVD series has a simple objective: to prepare participants to read, write, and speak Spanish with ease and competence. In the process, participants will learn native speakers' viewpoints and gain insights into some of their cultures. You are now watching the first DVD of the series, Learn Spanish Level 1. At the end of this program, you will have learned the following: alphabet, numbers, time and day, month, year, and season, greetings and expressions, basic questions and answers, types of pronouns, use of the definite article the, and general information about Spanish-speaking countries. We want to make this learning experience memorable, simple, and fun. Our goal for this series is to implement an easy-to-apply method of teaching and learning Spanish. If you keep in mind that we all have different learning abilities, you will be able to set a pace that would be most comfortable for you. Your progress will depend on the total effort you exert, not the speed at which you conduct your study.
No matter how old you are, you can learn Spanish. I will guide you and show you just how beautiful our language is. You will see glimpses of our people, get a feel of our cultures, and discover what we proudly call our homes. So what are we waiting for, my friends? Let's learn Spanish. ¡Vámonos!
Before we begin our lessons, you should think about having a good English-Spanish dictionary to accompany you in your journey. You will find having a dictionary very helpful, particularly if you continue on to the subsequent levels of this DVD series. We want to present the Spanish language to you from the very beginning. This means we will start from the very basics. We will teach using a careful approach, one that we feel is the most simple and easiest to understand for participants of all ages. My friends, let's now learn the alphabet, or el alfabeto. The Spanish alphabet has 29 letters. 25 of the 26 letters of the English alphabet plus 4 more. Che, elle, enye, and erre. What is the only letter in the English alphabet that you will not find in Spanish? That letter is W. You are now learning the Spanish alphabet, or el alfabeto. Pay attention to how each letter is pronounced. Let's first go over the entire alphabet.
A, B, C, Che, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, elle, M, N, ñ, O, P, Q, R, R, S, T, U, V, X, Y, and Z. These are pronounced as follows: A, B, C, Che, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, elle, M, N, ñ, O, P, Q, R, R, S, T, U, V, X, Y, and Z.
As you can see, some letters are not pronounced as they look. It will be easier for you to learn proper pronunciation if you see how they are used to create words. Before we proceed, you need to know that the Spanish language engenders each noun by the article the. The masculine form of the in Spanish is elle, and the feminine form is la. The plural form of elle is los, while that for la is las. It is important that you remember this concept because you cannot successfully learn Spanish without using it. Let's continue with the alphabet. You will be given images of words that begin with and or use that letter. This is your first chance to learn some simple Spanish words. Why don't you say each word with me?
A, el avión, airplane. El árbol, tree. La abuela, grandmother. B, la bolsa, bag. El brazo, arm, la bebida, beverage, C, la cama, bed, el cine, movie theater, la cara, face, che, la chica, girl, el chocolate, chocolate, el chiste, joke, de, el deporte, sports, el día, day, el desayuno, breakfast, la escuela, school, el elefante, elephant, la edad, age, F, la familia, family, la fecha, date, el fuego, fire, G, el gato, cat, la gente, people, el globo, balloon, H, el hombre, man, la hora, time or hour, el hospital, hospital, I, la iglesia, church, el invierno, winter, la isla, island, J, el jardín, garden, el juego, game, la jirafa, giraffe, K, el kilo, kilogram, el kilómetro, kilometer, L, la leche, milk, el lago, lake, la luna, moon, elle, la llave, key, la llamada, phone call, la lluvia, rain, la madre, mother, el mar, sea, el mercado, market, la naranja, orange, la noche, night, el número, number, el new, antelope, la niña, girl, el año, year, el ojo, eye, el otoño, fall or autumn, el oso, bear, el padre, father, la pelota, ball, el pan, bread, el queso, cheese, la química, chemistry, erre, el regalo, gift, la ropa, clothes, el río, river, erre, el perro, dog, la guitarra, guitar, el carro, car, la sala, living room, el sol, sun, la semana, week, el tren, train, la tarde, afternoon. El teléfono, telephone. La uva, grape. La universidad, university. El uniforme, uniform. El viaje, trip. La ventana, window. El verano, summer. X, el xilófono, xylophone. El examen, exam. Y, end. La yarda, yard. El yate, yacht. Z, el zapato, shoe. La zorra, fox. La zona, zone.
You have just recited el alfabeto. In the process, you also learned some Spanish words. One last time, say each letter with me. A, B, C, Ch, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, elle, m, n, ñ, o, p, q, r, s, t, u, v, x, y, and z. Congratulations, you've done it. Let's go on to numbers. Now the numbers, or los números. Here is an important tip. You should remember by heart how to count from 1 to 10. Here you will discover that counting out loud in Spanish can be easy. Spelling, on the other hand, can be challenging. Say these out loud with me.
1, uno. 2, dos. 3, tres. 4, cuatro. 5, cinco. 6, seis. 7, siete. 8, ocho. 9, nueve. 10, diez.
Let's do it one more time.
1, uno. 2, dos. 3, tres. 4, cuatro. 5, cinco. 6, seis. 7, siete. 8, ocho. 9, nueve. 10, diez.
Here are the numbers 11 to 20. Again, say these out loud with me.
11, once. 12, doce. 13, trece. 14, catorce. 15, quince. 16, dieciséis. 17, diecisiete. 18, dieciocho. 19, diecinueve. 20, veinte.
Let's review 11 to 20.
11, once. 12, doce. 13, trece. 14, catorce. 15, quince. 16, dieciséis. 17, diecisiete. 18, dieciocho. 19, diecinueve. 20, veinte.
Here is an important tip. If you memorize 1 to 15, you will get a better grasp of numbers in Spanish. Why, you ask? When you reach 16, you will begin to deal with a few prefixes to be able to count in the higher numbers. Take 16 to 19, for example.
16 is dieciséis. 17 is diecisiete. 18 is dieciocho. 19 is diecinueve.
That prefix actually stems from the number 10 or diez and the word and or y. What you are looking at, therefore, is
16 is equal to 10, plus y and plus 6, 6, 16. 16 17 is equal to 10 plus y and plus 7, 17.
Do you see it? Now you can apply the same idea to numbers after 20 or 20.
21 is 21. 22 is 22. 23 is 23.
When you reach 30 or 30, you will then count as follows.
30 is 30. 31 is 31. 40 is 40. 41 is 41.
Here are the rest of the prefixes you will need to count to 100.
50 is 50. 60 is 60. 70 is 70. 80 is 80. 90 is 90. 100 is 100.
When you get to 100, the word hundred is translated as cien. Here are a few numbers higher than 100.
101 is 101. 122 is 122. 200 is 200. 237 is 237. 500 is 500. 600 is 600. 900 is 900. 1000 is 1000.
Keep in mind these basic equivalents.
100 is 100. 1000 is 1000.
Let's review. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. What prefix do you need starting at 16? Yes, it is 10, 16, 17, 18, 19. 20 is 20. What prefix do you need starting at 21? Yes, it is 20. 21, 22, 23, 24. Let's do the decades. 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. How do you say 31? Yes, 31. How do you say 52? Yes, 52. 100 is cien. 1,000 is mil. Congratulations! You can count in Spanish now. Since you just learned numbers, this is the best time to learn about time, or la hora. First, these.
Morning is la mañana. Afternoon is la tarde. Evening is la noche. Hour is la hora. Minute is el minuto. Second is el segundo. Exactly, or on the exact hour, is en punto. And is y. On the half hour is y media. Les is menos. Quarter is cuarto.
Let's look at how these are used in telling time. You need to remember the following points. Say the hour first, then the minutes. The Spanish equivalent of past and after is y. The Spanish equivalent of to and till is menos. Only use a singular s with una or one. The definite article la or las is always used before the hour. At plus time in Spanish is a plus la or las plus time. The difference between de la and por la is when a specific time is mentioned, use de la plus mañana, tarde, or noche. Without a specific time, use por la plus mañana, tarde, or noche. Now let's see how all these are put to use.
It is 1 o'clock. Es la una. It is 1:10. Es la 1:10. It is 7:15. Son las 7:15. It is 7:30. Son las 7:30. It is exactly 8 o'clock. Son las 8 en punto. It is 8:55. Son las 9 menos 5. The class is at 9 in the morning. La clase es a las 9 de la mañana. The class is in the afternoon. La clase es por la tarde. The class is at 10 at night. La clase es a las 10 de la noche.
You're about to learn days, months, year, and season. First, some important words.
Day is el día. Week is la semana. Month is el mes. Year is el año. Season is la estación. Winter is el invierno. Spring is la primavera. Summer is el verano. Fall or autumn is el otoño.
Perfect. Let's learn the days. You now know that the Spanish word for day is el día. Here are the 7 days of the week.
Monday is el lunes. Tuesday is el martes. Wednesday is el miércoles. Thursday is el jueves. Friday is el viernes. Saturday is el sábado. Sunday is el domingo.
Now, the month, or el mes. The 12 months of a year are:
January is enero. February is febrero. March is marzo. April is abril. May is mayo. June is junio. July is julio. August is agosto. September is septiembre. October is octubre. November is noviembre. December is diciembre.
Now, let's move on to the year, or el año. If you would recall from our lessons about numbers, the translation of thousand is el mil. We just started the second millennium. The translation of 2000 is 2000. The number 2007 is 2007. When referring to a specific year, simply add the word el año to the year. The year 2007 is therefore el año 2007. Finally, let's review the season, or la estación. As noted earlier, the plural form of the article la is las. Here are the 4 seasons, or las estaciones.
Winter is el invierno. Spring is la primavera. Summer is el verano. Fall or autumn is el otoño.
Congratulations! You're doing great. Keep up the good work. With the knowledge you have so far, you are certainly on your way to learning Spanish. In this section of the DVD, you will be given another set of essentials, or what we call, for teaching purposes, first elements. Keep in mind that our ultimate goal here is to create smooth transitions for you during your learning process. We can only achieve this by taking one small step at a time. You are not in a race, so determine your own pace, as doing so will ensure true progress. Are you ready to continue? Let's go! By now, you should be familiar with the reasoning behind the use of the article the in Spanish. The masculine form is elle and the feminine form is la. In Spanish, all nouns, including those denoting non-living things, are either masculine or feminine. You will need to master which goes with each noun, particularly when we start to learn how to form sentences and pose questions. Here are some practical rules to determine gender of Spanish nouns. Most words that end in o are masculine. Most words that end in a are feminine.
El brazo, arm. El verano, summer. La chica, girl. La semana, week.
There are exceptions to these rules. Here are some.
El idioma, language. El día, day. La mano, hand.
Nouns ending in sion, sion, dad, and tad are feminine.
La información, information. La televisión, television. La nacionalidad, nationality. La libertad, liberty.
For all other nouns, the gender needs to be learned. It will take some time before you master gender determination of nouns. With practice and patience, you will get a good feel of the Spanish language. This is why it is important and recommended that during your learning of vocabulary, you also memorize the article that comes with each word. Here is a few you learned from your alphabet lesson.
El sol, sun. El examen, exam. La gente, people. La llave, key.
Now let's learn about the plural forms. You can make a Spanish noun plural by following these basic rules. For words that end in a vowel, add an S. For words that end in a consonant, add an ES. For nouns ending in Z, change the Z to C and add ES. Using some words you already know, let's take a look at how these rules are applied.
Grandmother, la abuela, las abuelas. Elephant, el elefante, los elefantes. Lake, el lago, los lagos. Tree, el árbol, los árboles. Airplane, el avión, los aviones. Garden, el jardín, los jardines.
Here is another tip. If the accent mark falls on the last syllable of a word, you must omit it in the plural form. Let's look at the previous set again. Do you see that there are no accent marks in the plural forms? Good. Let's move on to the final set.
Pencil, el lápiz, los lápices. Light, la luz, las luces.
How are you doing so far? Remember to set your pace at your level of comfort. Feel free to stop at any time and review any part of your lessons you want to better understand or master. In this section and in the next two, you will be given vocabulary sets. As you go through each word, observe and memorize its gender. If you start this habit now, you will have an easier road ahead of you in your journey to learn Spanish. Are you ready to go on? Here we go!
Name, el nombre. Last name, el apellido. Age, la edad. Sex, el sexo. Date of birth, la fecha de nacimiento. Nationality, la nacionalidad. Address. La dirección or el domicilio. Telephone number. El número de teléfono. Occupation. La ocupación. Marital status. Estado civil. Single. Soltero or soltera. Married. Casado or casada. Divorced. Divorciado or divorciada. Student. Estudiante. Mother. La madre. Father. El padre. Parents. Los padres. Relatives. Los parientes. Child. El hijo or la hija. Children. Los hijos. School. La escuela. Employer. Lugar de trabajo. Profession. La profesión. Mr., Sir, or gentleman. Señor. Mrs., Madam, or lady. Señora.
Perfect. Now, here is a set that will allow you to ask questions to a native speaker. The translations for the following are:
Who is quién? What is qué? Where is dónde? When is cuándo? Why is por qué?
As you can see, these are the 5 W's: who, what, where, when, and why. Here are the rest.
How is cómo? Whose is de quién. Which is cuál. How many is cuánto.
As you just saw, there is a proper way to write something in Spanish in a question format. That is, put an upside-down question mark before the question and end it with a question mark. The same idea applies to the use of the exclamation point. Look at these.
Hola. Vámonos.
We will teach you how to apply what you're learning here in a separate lesson. For now, let's continue with some more important elements. Familiarize yourself with the following.
Today is hoy. Yesterday is ayer. Tomorrow is mañana. Yes is sí. No is no. Maybe is posible. All or everything is todo. Nothing is nada. Thank you is gracias. You are welcome is de nada. Please is por favor. Goodbye is adiós.
Do you still remember how to say morning, afternoon, and evening? Yes, you are right. They are
Morning is la mañana. Afternoon is la tarde. Evening is la noche.
Can you imagine yourselves in the near future conversing with native speakers? You can start with these basics.
Good morning is buenos días. Good afternoon is buenas tardes. Good evening is buenas noches. How are you is ¿cómo está? The usual response to that is fine or bien.
Finally, let's take a look at these weather expressions.
The weather is good. Hace buen tiempo. The weather is bad. Hace mal tiempo. It is hot or warm. Hace calor. It is cold. Hace frío. It is windy. Hace viento. It is raining. Hace lluvia. It is sunny. Hace sol.
Congratulations on making it this far. Your patience and perseverance in learning Spanish will soon lead you to an ability to engage in conversations with native speakers. We want to prepare you for the world of sentence construction. You cannot get to that world until this basic lesson in pronouns. There are several types of pronouns that you will learn in your journey to achieve proficiency in the Spanish language. In this DVD, you will only be introduced to 3 types of pronouns. You will learn how to apply them in the subsequent levels of this series. The types not presented here will be given to you later as well. If you have not already begun to do so, you should set your frame of thinking to mastering Spanish by complementing your strategy with a solid understanding of gender rules. Everything you will see and learn from this point on will involve that concept. Elle or la, los or las, feminine or masculine. Keep all these in mind. The subject pronouns are as follows. There are 2 columns. On the left is a singular form, and on the right is the plural. You may be better able to memorize these if you visualize them in relation to how they are presented in the diagram. After all, visuals do help in the memorization process.
Singular. I, yo. You, familiar. Tú. You, formal. Usted. He, él. She, ella. Plural. We, masculine. Nosotros. We, feminine. Nosotras. You. Ustedes. They, masculine. Ellos. They, feminine. Ellas.
Here are a couple of important points. First, with regard to the use of you, what is the difference between tú and usted? When you are talking to a friend, child, or relative, use the form tú. In all other instances, usted must be used. Now take a look at the plural forms of they and we. You should know that the masculine plural form may either refer to the masculine gender alone or to both genders together. For example,
Jose and Alberto. They. José y Alberto. Ellos. Jose and Maria. They. José y María. Ellos. We. All men. Nosotros. We. Men and women. Nosotros.
again, you will be taught how to apply what you're learning here later in the series. For now, let's proceed to the next set, the direct object pronouns.
Yo. Me. Mi. Ella me comprende. She understands me. Tú. Te. You, familiar. Yo te comprendo. I understand you. Usted, lo, you, masculine, formal, or la, you, feminine, formal. Yo lo or la comprendo. I understand you. Elle, lo, him or it. Ella lo ve. She sees him or it. Ella, la, her or it. Él la ve. He sees her or it. Nosotros or nosotras. Nos, us, masculine and feminine. Ella nos comprende. She understands us. Ustedes, los, you, masculine, plural, formal, or las, you, feminine, plural, formal. Nosotros los or las vemos. We see you. Ellos, los, them, masculine. Ella los ve. She sees them. Ellas, las, them, feminine. Él las ve. He sees them.
If you remember the following points about direct object pronouns, it will be easier for you to apply them when we begin to form sentences and questions. First, the direct object pronoun is placed before a conjugated verb. Let's take a look at a couple of the sample sentences. Highlighted are the direct object pronouns.
Ella ve a José y María. She sees José and Maria. Ella los ve. She sees them. Nosotros comprendemos la carta. We understand the letter. Nosotros la comprendemos. We understand it.
Another point. In a negative sentence, the no must precede the object pronoun. Let's use the same sample sentences.
Ella no ve a José y María. She does not see José and Maria. Ella no los ve. She does not see them. Nosotros no comprendemos la carta. We do not understand the letter. Nosotros no la comprendemos. We do not understand the letter.
Finally, When two verbs are used in the same sentence or question, the pronoun is either placed before the conjugated verb or added to the infinitive. Take a good look at these. Here, the verbs ver, to see, and comprender, to understand, will be used in conjunction with necesitar, to need.
Ella necesita ver a José y María. She needs to see José and Maria. Ella necesita los ver. She needs to see them. Ella necesita verlos. She needs to see them. Nosotros necesitamos comprender la carta. We need to understand the letter. Nosotros necesitamos comprender. We need to understand it. Nosotros necesitamos comprenderla. We need to understand it.
As previously mentioned, you will learn more types of pronouns in the next levels of learning. You will soon find that indirect object pronouns are the same as the direct object pronouns, except in the third person. For now, however, we will culminate your lesson in pronouns with a set you will often need.
Mine. El mío. La mía. Los míos. Las mías. Yours. Familiar. El tuyo. La tuya. Los tuyos. Las tuyas. His. Hers. Yours. Formal. El suyo. La suya. Los suyos. Las suyas. Ours. El nuestro. La nuestra. Los nuestros. Las nuestras. Theirs. Yours. Formal, plural. El suyo. La suya. Los suyos. Las suyas.
The most important thing to remember about possessive pronouns in Spanish is this. They agree in gender and number with the thing possessed. They are generally used with a definite article, the. Now let's look at a couple of sentences that show this point.
Las bolsas de ellas están aquí. Their bags are here. ¿Dónde están las mías? Where are mine? Las mías están en el cuarto. Mine are in the room.
Let's analyze this set. Look at the first sentence. Las bolsas de ellas están aquí. If you were to translate this word for word, this is what you will get.
Las bolsas de ellas están aquí. The bags of theirs are here.
Of course, the more appropriate translation for this is, their bags are here. You see that the gender of the object, las bolsas, is feminine. Las bolsas is in plural form, which means the number of bags owned or possessed by the women or girls is more than one. Now look at the second part of the set. ¿Dónde están las mías? If you were to translate this word for word, you will get
¿Dónde están las mías? Where are mine?
The word las obviously refers to the bags. The gender of the object, las bolsas, is feminine and plural. The possessive pronoun must agree to the gender and number of the thing possessed. That is why the translation of mine in this case is las mías. Do you see it? The same idea can be seen in the last sentence. Las mías están en el cuarto. Mine are in the room. Mine, or las mías, refer to the bags or las bolsas. Let us end our lessons in pronouns with another set. Pay attention to the mechanics. You will be better prepared for sentence construction if you develop a habit of observing the mechanics and structures of the Spanish language. That said, take a look at the set.
El carro de él está aquí. His car is here. ¿Dónde está el tuyo? Where is yours? El mío está en la casa. Mine is at home.
Now let's go over the set. The gender of the object, el carro, is masculine. It is in singular form, which means the number of cars owned by the subject is 1. The possessives, el tuyo and el mío, both agree with the gender of the object and the number of things possessed, which in this case is 1 car. Are the mechanics becoming clearer to you? You now have more than enough knowledge of our basics and are certainly ready to take the next step in learning Spanish. You worked very hard. Congratulations, my friends.
Hola, ¿cómo está? I hope you found our approach in teaching Spanish enjoyable, memorable, and effective. You have only just begun learning Spanish. I hope you continue your journey and that I will see you in Learn Spanish Level 2. There, you will learn a wealth of vocabulary, construct sentences, familiarize yourself with important applications and concepts, understand verbs, and much, much more. Thank you for being with me. It's been a pleasure. Can I count on seeing you again for Level 2? Let's learn some more. Vámonos, amigos!
You have just seen Level 1 of the Learn Spanish DVD series produced and presented by DC Entertainment. All rights reserved. The series is available for purchase at www.dcefilms.com.